Hello, my dear students. Welcome in the last segment of the chapter The Rise of Christianity. Till now, we understood about the division of history, advent of Christianity, Roman invasion of Palestine, birth of Christ, his teachings, crucifixion, and resurrection. The main highlights of today's session are the spread of Christianity, development of Christianity under Emperor Constantine and Theodosius I, institutionalization of Christianity, and the Christianity after Roman Empire. Let's discuss about the spread of Christianity. As we are already aware that after the resurrection of Christ, his followers organized themselves into a new religious community known as Christian community. His teachings were compiled in the Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. To spread this religion, his disciples traveled far and wide. In this regard, the most notable work was done by Peter and Paul. Simon Peter was one of the apostles of Christ. He very enthusiastically participated in spreading the teachings of Jesus. Later on, St. Paul, a disciple of Jesus, continued the spreading of religion and traveled all over the Roman Empire and built many churches in Rome. The teachings of Christ, based on love, forgiveness, kindness, attracted Jews in Palestine, and they adopted Christianity. Even though Christianity spread in Rome, but its practice was prohibited by Roman law. The practice of this religion could result in execution or other severe punishments. The condition of Christians became worse. They continued to be minority within the Roman Empire. What is minority? Minority means a small group of people within a country. Christians, because of their religious beliefs, were brutally oppressed and received severe punishments from the authorities. Their condition was worst. They were not free to express their religious beliefs. Then also the number of followers of Christianity increased in Rome. Now we have to understand about the development of Christianity in Rome. A turning event came in the political situation of Rome as Emperor Constantine came into power. He was very ambitious and brave. He wanted to unify Roman Empire. Before him, Roman Empire was divided into two parts for the purpose of administration. Eastern Empire based out of Byzantium and Western Empire was governed from Rome. To unify the empire, he did a lot of struggle. In this regard, his struggle with Maxentius is remarkable. Maxentius was his own brother-in-law and the biggest threat for him. He defeated Maxentius and attributed his victory to the blessings of Jesus. After this incident, he took a landmark move. He officially converted himself into Christian faith. To bring a change in the situation of Christians in Roman Empire, he issued the Edict of Milan in 313 CE. What is edict? Edict is an official statement, law, or order governed by official authority or people. Did you ever think why Emperor Constantine issued the Edict of Milan? Let's peep into Roman history to get this answer. Even though practice of Christianity was prohibited in Rome, but it began to gain popularity and influence, both in society and in government. The Emperor Constantine understood the importance of this religion and allowed this religion to be practiced freely by issuing the Edict of Milan. After this revolutionary step, Constantine became very famous and powerful. He unified both Eastern and Western Roman Empire and shifted the capital from Rome to Byzantium. He renamed it as Constantinople after his name. He became the true follower of Christianity, and to spread the religion, he built many churches and monasteries. He sent monks far and wide to spread the teachings of Jesus. Gradually, Christianity spread over the entire Europe. Bible became the central and the most sacred text of Christians. After the death of Emperor Constantine, Theodosius I came into power. Even though he again divided once unified Roman Empire into two halves, but did work for the spread of Christianity. His most notable work in this regard was to make Christianity an official religion. What is an official religion? It means state religion. Till now we understood that how Christianity made an official religion of Rome. It's time to understand about the institutionalization of Christianity. After the Roman acceptance of Christianity, there were changes in Christian religious tradition. Over the years, Christianity became institutionalized and organized. A class of bishops and priests started functioning within the church. The church was prayer hall and became center for congregation. What is congregation? Congregation means gathering of people for religious worships. By 5th century CE, once the mightiest Roman Empire started to decline, but it didn't stop the spread of Christianity. It was all because of charitable works done by missionaries. Some of the religious institutions also came to be known as the center of learning. The church became very active in spreading Christian education and beliefs. This was all about the rise of Christianity, its development and existence. I hope you all understood the lesson properly. Please find the notes of this chapter and previous sessions link in description box. For the further updates, don't forget to subscribe the channel.